Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Figured since it's the end of the year and since my tree was up, I figured why not change the backdrop a little bit. This was my, sorry, I have a hair in my mouth. This was like my original filming setup here for a minute, and then I was filming in our other room there for a while, but figured it would make for a nice fun backdrop. So I hope you enjoy that. But today's video is going to be really fun. I am going to be giving you guys all of my hairstylist specific yearly favorites. So I have been on YouTube watching YouTube videos for years, and a big video is always the yearly favorite. And I figured it would be super fun to go over any hairstylist related favorites, since this is a channel that has a little bit of everything, but obviously I do talk a lot about hair stuff on here. So I am going to be going over anything that I either used hair-wise on myself this year or on my clients this year. And yeah, I figured it'd be nice and fun to do. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you want to hear what my yearly favorites are, then just keep watching. Also too, before we get into it, I decided to do this based off of things that I tried new this year, or things that I really got into this year. So I'm not going to include like my cult favorites I've been using for years and years and years. Anything that's new to me this year is what I will be including. Starting off with color and color related products. I started using L'Oreal Dia Richesse this year. If you see me looking down, I like jotted down some notes, of course, but yeah, I started using L'Oreal Dia Richesse. You can get it at Salon Centric, and it is L'Oreal Professional's color line. My coworkers got me onto it. A couple of them use it all the time, and I needed something that had a wider range. I was using like Shades EQ cream, and I love Shades cream, but there just isn't, they don't have that very wide of a shade range. And Dia has, again, a lot more color. So that's what really sold me on it. I love the consistency of it. I love that it's an alkaline demi as well, because it's like that hybrid in between a gloss and a permanent color. It's stronger for, you know, the all over colors, or people that need more of a permanent result but don't need permanent color, in terms of they don't need the hair to be lifted in order for that color to be deposited. It lifts out very well too, which is great. I love to low light with it. I actually feel like I get more predictable results low lighting with Dia than I do with glosses. I don't know, and this is something, if anyone is more of a like color chemist like expert with this, you can definitely let me know in the comments, or if you just know the answer to this. But I feel like when I am low lighting with either shades or Color Gloss, I have to have pretty much all fillers and like just a little bit, if any, of any like natural pigment. I know both Colora and Shades' neutrals are a more cool based neutral, so I don't know if that's just truly just why, but I don't have to fill as much, but yet I don't feel like L'Oreal Dia is, I don't feel like Dia is necessarily warm based either. And it's not that I don't like filling, I just get nervous having 80% of my color formula being fillers and 20% of my formula being what I actually want to low light with. So I don't know, I feel like I have a little bit more stylist control when I am low lighting with Dia myself. I still do use Colora and Shades to low light if need be, but I've definitely been switching over to Dia being like my primary low light shade. And yeah, I just really like it. So in the gloss world, I have been using Oligo's AG line, their Ash Gold. I believe, I can't remember if their Ash Gold came out this year or last year, but I know if it did come out last year, it was like the greater half of last year. So I definitely more so got into it this year, and their Ash Gold is more like green based, but I have yet to ever have anything turn up green, but it is all just in your formulation. I just love the more muted results it gives. I used it, I did like a mushroom brown situation back in September, and I really loved it. I used 7AG and I believe 7AI from Color Gloss, and again, I loved it. It's really good for like muting down colors and just controlling the warmth without like cooling it down too much. So I feel like it's nice for, I feel like it just, compared to like a true ash, I feel like it more so, since it's got that gold in it that makes it green, I feel like it just like tones it down without it neutralizing too much, if that makes sense. So I think that's why it gives like a great mushroomy brown result, where you still have that richness of a brown, but you just don't see or feel as much of that red in it. So that's why I've been really liking it. It's a great staple to have. I know Shades of Q has their version of the AGs as well, and I know a lot of stylists are afraid to use it. I just always say I start off small and like work your way up more in formulating with it, so that you have your own control then with it too. That's just my little tip. Now for color related treatments, K18 is on there. I did a full review on K18 earlier this year, so if you are interested in that, I will either have a card up, or I will probably link it down below too if you want to go see it now. But now there are some negatives about it, don't get me wrong. It's just a really great treatment. It does do wonders on the hair. I used it on my hair. I did the whole where you do use K18 every wash for like the first 4 or 5 washes earlier this year, and I do feel like it truly like transformed my hair. I had just lightened my hair like a few months prior to me using it, and my hair is it's very fine and brittle no matter what anyway. It's very breakage prone, so I have to baby it when I lighten it, especially right after I lighten it. And I truly do feel like K18 was the only product that truly like made my hair feel like it was truly like virgin hair, like it did before I lightened it. My hair was not lightened for like 3 years before I started doing like balayages and stuff on my hair again. So I do really like it. It's not perfect. I don't feel like everyone needs it because it is very expensive. And I just don't feel like everyone needs like bond or peptide prep and protection in their hair either. But for those that do need it, it is amazing. Next on there is L'Oreal Metal Detox. I started using this back in like the fall, and I love it. I love that it's more than a packet that you use. I was using Malibu's, and I don't hate Malibu, but I do definitely feel like Malibu needs to like modernize a little bit. I like the concept of their packets, but what I really like about Metal Detox is it gets truly all the metals out, and there's no like treatment or downtime that you have to do. You don't have to put them under a dryer. It doesn't have to sit in the hair for a certain amount of time. I've used Metal Detox before coloring clients, and then I've also used it just as a standalone treatment. And again, I really love it. If we want a review on it, let me know. I definitely would be more than happy to do it. I love their shampoo. I don't know what, it's the smell, the consistency. I like that it like buffs out old toner, and it kind of buffs out metals too, even if you don't use the spray. Pre-toning without having to use purple shampoo, I feel like. I literally can't say enough good things about it. I literally got like the huge liter jug size of it, and that's when you know that I love a shampoo, is when I'm getting like the big liter size of it. We're gonna get on into tools. So I don't post a lot of videos on it, but I do offer permanent extensions. This is something that I started offering earlier this year. I provide K-tip and I-tip extensions. I also do halos as well, but my prime extensions I've been offering lately have been the keratin tip and the I-tip extensions. But what I have been loving has been, this is from Babe Hair. The one that I have is from Babe Hair, but you can get these anywhere. They're extension rings. So you put it on your ring finger and you use that to section the hair as you go. That was something that truly sped up my extension process, was from going from a rat tail comb or a metal tail comb to sectioning out with my sectioning ring, because it's just one less tool you have to use. It's literally just using your finger. Sometimes I am, because I do normally keep like almond shaped nails, so sometimes I am actually able to use my nails to section out as well, but I just love using that sectioning ring. It's like, it saves so much time. I literally can't say enough good things about it. I like the Babe Hair one. I tried to get some off Amazon, but the pointed part wasn't long enough on them. I didn't end up returning them because I got them for like next to nothing, but I do really, really, really love my sectioning ring. I don't think I'll ever do extensions without it. Something else that I love with extensions has been a K-tip cutter. So this was again from Babe Hair. The reason I get this stuff, I have nothing against Babe Hair. I haven't used their actual hair, but they're sold at the supply store that I get my Oligo stuff at. So I saw they had like a little stand, and that's where I saw they have a K-tip cutter and they have the sectioning ring. I love my K-tip cutter because I love to cut my K-tips down and taper them down a little bit so that there's just not a ton of like extra keratin. It's like kind of just like bulking up in the hair. that's like unnecessary. So I do like to like slim down my keratin tips a little bit, but I was using I'm certified through Bellamy, and they come with like little scissors for it, but I literally cut myself with that like 18 times. So much so I remember the one day I had to have like a band-aid on all day because I cut myself that bad. But using a K-tip cutter, it's literally like, it's pretty much just like a nail, like a larger nail clipper. You can use nail clippers too, I believe. I've seen some other extension artists just using those instead. Like I said, I just really like my my K-tip clipper because also too it's got like a little bit longer handles too, kind of like pliers. And yeah, I really love it. Again, something else has just made my life so much easier with working with extensions this year. Another thing, if Velcro rollers, you guys, oh my god. If you keep up with any type of hair trend, even remotely, you have probably seen either on TikTok or on Instagram or even from me, people starting to use rollers again in their hair. And when I tell you, I literally love them so much. Before I got my extensions put in earlier this year, I was just like rocking my natural length, and I love doing like my natural hair was like at like a low collarbone, very like high chest, and I loved doing like a smooth but yet bouncy blowout on it. My hair lasted so long, which was great. It was so easy to refresh. And then what I've also been loving using rollers for I've had a couple brides that have been wanting their hair down this year, and 9 times out of 10, I either just don't recommend or refer brides that do down dos elsewhere just because there is a lot more prep that goes into it. However, and I don't specialize in bridal hair anymore. I used to, but I don't anymore. So, that's kind of why. But anyway, however, using rollers to prep the hair. So what I've been doing is I'll curl the hair and then I'll wrap it up in a roller, let it set, and then pull it out. And it's been amazing for my brides. My brides have been loving it. The ones I've been doing the down dos this year. I don't do a ton of brides anymore, disclaimer. I only did a handful this year. I don't even know if I have any to do next year, but the ones that did, this year I had a lot of them, the ones where their hair down, and I was like, and so I was like, the rollers will be the only way that we'll try it, because I just don't like to guarantee that their hair is going to stay like curled all day if it won't. Another tool that I've been using this year that's new have been the Product Club foils. So literally it's like the Fermar, like kind of like the Fermar type of foils, just Product Club brand. I used to feel like I loved a bulky foil, but I don't know what clicked this year. I honestly think so. I switched over to the Product Club foils because they're just a little cheaper than the Fermar ones, and inflation, that's all I've got to say. I feel like, especially in the hair world, everything skyrocketed up in price this year, as all you fellow stylists know too. So once when I started realizing it, I realized one thing that I could do was, again, switch to a less aesthetic foil brand. I do still use the Fermar 8x11s. I think Product Club has 8x11s too, but I just don't see them at my supply store as much. I more so see consistently the Fermar ones. I love the Product Club ones. I mainly just got it to save money, but I realize I love a flimsy foil. I feel like I'm able to get closer to the root. I feel like my foils don't slip as much. I feel like there's no bleeding. Which, not that I had consistent bleeding by any means, but I just feel like it's been like completely eliminated by using more of a flimsy foil. And I don't know, I just feel like I'm able to like tightly pack them in a little bit more. I didn't realize how thick the Fermar foils were until I stopped using them. Alright, now getting on to products. I do have quite a few of these. So, like I said, earlier this year, I was really into like the bouncy blowout. So, with doing the bouncy blowout, you do need to use a lot of products to like keep the longevity of that. And some things that worked for me were the Unite Thickening Cream. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love this cream. It makes my hair feel so much fuller, but yet it also softs and smooths it at the same time. I have no idea. I love it. The only reason why I don't use it on my hair now as much is just because I have extensions in. So I mainly put my styling products in where my extensions aren't in, which is just like my crown area up here. And now that I paid for a lot more thick hair, I don't need as much, but I still, when I have my natural hair in, I loved it, and my clients love it too. I put it in my clients all the time. Unite Elevate Mousse. Now this I do still use. I have been really into using mousses for keeping like memory and hold in my hair. before I go to like style it. My hair, now that it's like pretty healthy, the past like year and a half, I've had to like really switch out my products because it already is brittle and I wasn't taking the best care of it. And I was coloring it all the time. My hair was so just like, it had so much natural grit and texture from being so dry. But now that it's like healthy and soft, I realized I was like, oh wait, when my hair is healthy and soft, it doesn't want to hold anything to save my life. So I've been really having to like reevaluate my like styling products. So Elevate Mousse is the perfect thing to like give my hair a little bit of like grit and grip, but yet still keeping it soft, because I'm someone, as you guys probably see in my videos, I love to like run my fingers through my hair. It's an issue. So I love that like I don't go through and I'm like, oh my gosh, my hair, like I can't get through my hair. So I love it. It's really good to, like I said, I put it in my hair towel dried, and especially if I know that I'm curling it or doing like some type of blowout, I love it. I don't put it in my extensions as much just because, again, in my extensions, I really just like to focus on like nourishing products on it personally. Unite's Expanda Root Mousse Foam. It's like called like the Root Energizer. It's like a moussey foam thing. Again, gives so much volume in your root area. It's literally amazing. I love it. Most of these products too, by the way, these are all like wet products that are heat activated, so you do have to like blow dry your hair a little bit for them to work. Just keep that in mind. Unite's Blow and Set Lotion. Again, something else that gives your hair a lot of memory so that it holds the style that you do on day one, so you're just having to touch it up from, you know, day one until you either go to change it or you're going to wash it. Amika's Exfoliating Jelly Shampoo. I have, again, in my like mid-20s years, I have learned that I have a really dry scalp, especially in the winter, but I have pretty much a dry scalp year-round these days. It's been something that I've had for the past couple years, something that I normally never had. I don't know if it's just a hormonal or climate change or what, but I have been having to use more scalp care products. And I was using, now my all-time favorite one was from IGK. It was like called like their low-key scalp scrub, and it was like, it had peppermint in it too, but I think they discontinued it because it's not at my Salon Centric anymore. So I had to switch, but the Amika Exfoliating Jelly has been a very, very great runner-up. I do love it. I still like my IGK one more. I wish I could get at Salon Centric still, but I will definitely, this is definitely a great runner-up. Speaking of Amika too, their Soul Food Mask, you guys. Literally when I say I have the best, like the best hydrating mask I have ever used. Truly, like hands down, for the driest of dry hair, this makes your hair so soft, yet it is so weightless too. I don't know what voodoo crap they put in it, but I can't live without it. I don't even retail Amika anymore at the salon, but I do still keep their Soul Food mask because I truly, again, cannot say enough good things about it. It is so good. A little goes a decently long way as well. It's great for extensions, and it's great for super fine hair. Like I said, it doesn't build up or anything either. I am truly obsessed with it. And I know you can get Amika at Sephora, and I think you can also get it at Ulta too. I'm not sure, but I do know if you don't have a stylist that sells Amika, if you're just not a stylist in general, I know you can at least get it at Sephora. Last couple of products. So I got sent some JVN products earlier this fall. So I did get these sent to me, but I am still obsessed with them, especially their pre-shampoo scalp oil. Like I just said, my scalp's been going through it the past couple years, and this oil is truly the only thing that actually I feel like nourishes my scalp and like makes it feel healthier. I don't want to say too strongly yet, however, I do think that it might be even like helping my scalp long term too. I feel like the past like month or so that I've been using it, I feel like my scalp has not been getting as dry and flaky. And like I said, it's almost December. This is like the prime time for it to get dry and flaky. And it's been since I've been using this oil that I feel like it's actually getting not just like soothed for a couple days, but like I said, like long-term cured. There are other products I got sent that I've been loving. Their gloss drops are great. It's not an oil that you put in your hair wet, but it is an oil, like a very lightweight oil that you put in your hair dry, and it gives my hair so much shine and it makes it so nice and soft. Their shampoo and their conditioner and their mask. I love the packaging of all three of their shampoo, conditioner, and their mask. I love that the shampoos and conditioners have pumps, and I love that the mask comes in a tube. It feels very luxurious. They're very environmentally conscious too, which is awesome. Everything is formulated with squalene or squalene. I don't know how that's pronounced, but I know that it's super, super, super hydrating for both your skin and your hair. So, and I've used squalene products in the past for my skin, and my skin loves it, and I can say my hair loves it too. Another favorite is I got their leave-in conditioner sent to me, and my tried and true favorite leave-in for years has been the Unite 7 Seconds, but I don't know what is in the JVN one, but I think I might like it more. I think I might. And like I said, ever since I switched over to the 7 Seconds leave-in by Unite, I have not looked back. There's just something in it that just gives my hair so much like shine and bounce to it. I don't know, you guys. I really, really love it. I will say, I'm gonna count this as a runner-up because so like I said, I got the JVN product sent to me back in like end of September, beginning of October, I believe. And I slowly started trying new things, and since I was honestly kind of nervous to try their leave-in because I have had leave-ins before that have like built up and like weighed my hair down. So that was the last product I tried. I just tried it for the first time like a month ago. I didn't want to try everything new at once because I wanted to make sure that I could see the difference in like those specific products. So I've only used their leave-in 2 or 3 times, but so far I am obsessed with it. I am very excited to continue to wash my hair to see how I feel about it. So, alright you guys, I feel like I just like ran my mouth for like a mile a minute for the past like half hour. But anyway, those were all of my yearly favorites I've been using this year. Whether you're a stylist or not, if you have a yearly hair care product this year, let me know down below. I would love to hear about it, especially if it's something that you think that I would like or you want me to try out. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great new year. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.